Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some Farming Simulator 25 here on Sobowelo, and we have another big cultivating contract to do. We're finna get started on that. It's going to put us in pretty good shape money-wise after this one. Now, this is going to be the last contract we do in November. There aren't any more for me to grab. We may try to refresh a couple of times to see, because I do want to get as many done as we can. But we are about 30,000 away from being able to buy a field in a cedar, unless, of course, a cedar comes up in our sale, but haven't seen one yet that we could afford. But anyway, we're going to be trugging along, trying to get this money before spring so we can actually start farming. But like I said, this is the only contract we could get right now. Like I said, we may fast forward time a little bit and see if any more pop up after we get done with this one. But this one's going to take a little bit. One of the biggest fields in the game, or in the map rather. But it is paying pretty good. So we are going, but guys, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that like button, notification bell. It helps the channel grow. Don't forget to comment and chat if you're watching. We'll get this sorted out in a second. Kind of a tight corner with that tree right there. field I'm wanting to purchase is 44. It's 60,000, but I might get 47 because it's 47,000. It's a little bit smaller, but might be better for our price range. As a matter of fact, um, what is in that field? Is it corn? Yeah, it's corn. I can't harvest corn, but we're going to wait for it to be harvested and then we will probably buy it because I can't afford a harvester. We're going to probably buy that field, and then I would like to get a bigger seeder. This is the one I was planning on buying here because it does have the fertilizer, but this one does too, and I may try to save up enough to get this one. It's a little bit bigger, not much, but a little bit. Um, yeah, love to have this one. 25 meters, that's insane. Or this one, but yeah, we're not there. I'm gonna have to stick with one that's a little cheaper. We'll make a couple more headlands and then we'll start going up and down the field to make this seem like it goes faster. Doesn't really. It makes it seem like you're going faster. You're not having to turn as much. Probably do one more headland around because that should give us enough room to turn. And I did get started a little bit late, about 10 minutes too late than normal, but our other stream had a lot of problems going on. It took us 2 hours to get it set up right, so I didn't really get to stream it very long. We'll be streaming this one at least until about 10:30. We may go to 11. It just depends on how tired I get. Go around and down and back up again, and then we'll start going up and down all the way. Get that bottom down there a little bit wider. We can have an easier turnaround. This contract is paying pretty well. Yeah, 15,000. And there is another fertilizing contract we could do, but it's way down where we are, and I'd have to go back up and get the fertilizer. Um, there aren't any plowing contracts. We'll just have to see what comes up later in the day. I guess we could speed up time a little bit while we're going here. Let's go up to 5 times. Just let it progress through the day a little bit. Let it go to about 12 o'clock or so, and then we'll slow it back down and see if there's anything else. We ain't gonna finish this too quickly, so. We will be moving on in November in this stream at some point. Unless we just get a ton of contracts, which I'm not anticipating. We might get a few. Let's just head down this one. Like I said, if you are watching, don't forget to chat. Let me know you're here. Love to speak with you. questions, I will be glad to answer those. Spin around here. Go back down this little strip right here. And we'll come back up that other little strip. to the stream, guys, feel free to chat. If you like the stream, don't forget to hit that like button. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe. I stream daily and also do videos. Playing quite a few different games on the channel. Stream 3 to 4 times most days, except for Sunday. The most I will be streaming is twice. An afternoon stream and a late night stream like this, but it won't be Farming Simulator. I do it on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at this time. Stream this one every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I'd love to hear from you guys. See what you think. Be a part of it. Right now we're just doing contracts, trying to make up money to buy our own equipment. We don't have any farmable fields yet. We have one piece of land that I turned into a yard with our house and a couple of greenhouses and a production building. And we have a sell point, a buy point, and a repair point, and a water container to get our water from. And show you what we have real quick. We have this farm production. It makes a lot of different stuff, but we only have these greenhouses, and we're only using the one with water because I can't afford to fill it with fertilizer and seeds right now. So we've got 2 of them doing the water, so just whatever they can produce and whatever we can get out of that production building, just to give us a little extra money until we can start producing more farmable crops. But I will only allow myself to have 4 greenhouses total. Chances are it will probably be 2 more of the same greenhouses, the smaller ones. Unless there's some greenhouse with some kind of products that I need for a different production building that I haven't noticed yet. But we're not going to be buying those anytime soon. That'll be a little bit down the road after we get our farm up and going. I feel like 2 is enough for now. I don't want it to be easy. We are playing on hard economy. We do have a lot of modded equipment and stuff like that, but we are playing on hard economy, so selling is a little bit hard on us because we're only making about half of what you would make in normal. So, but I wanted it to be that way. I wanted it to be a challenge. Well, like I said, we're going to be doing contracts until we can start doing our own land and get more production buildings. We're going to get into some animals. Chickens, goats, and cows are all we're going to do, and buffalo, water buffalo, but that's going to be all we do. I'm not going to be filling with pigs or sheep or horses in this playthrough. And I want to get to the point to where we own all this land up here down to this road, and probably these fields in this area, and I want to be able to plant almost all the different crops. We're not going to be doing peas or spinach or green beans. We may pick one of them, but I'm not going to be doing all 3. We do have those being made in the greenhouse, the open air gardens, but I don't want to spend 1.5 million on 3 different almost 1.7 million actually on 3 different harvesters. We may do one of them, but like the vegetables, there's a modded vegetable harvester that will harvest all the vegetables, and I will be using that to do carrots and beets and parsnips, those root crops. And I actually think we can use the sugar beet harvester for all of those. That's going to be the first thing I buy. I want to get sugar beets going because it opens up more productions for us. But that's sugar beet harvester. If we look at it here, is let's see, beet beet harvesters. I think it's this one, yeah. Um, well, no, it's not under beet harvesters. Maybe potatoes. Hmm. No. Where is that? Is it special? Could have swore it was under. Maybe it's under vegetables. Yep, there it is. All right, this one right here, we'll harvest all five. We just have to get different headers, which that one will do everything but potatoes. And then if you go into potato, you can get the header for it to do potatoes. So we'll probably do that harvester so we can use it to do all those different crops. Um, Saves a lot of money. Like I said, if we do green beans or peas or spinach, we're only going to do one of them, um, because I don't want to have to purchase three different harvesters. That'll just take a long time with us being on hard economy, and also just sheer fact of making 1.6 when you start out with basically nothing, because all we started out with is this tractor, a fertilizer spreader, and 4 bags of fertilizer. No money, and we had to buy every piece of equipment that we have. And we did buy a water tanker, a plow, and this cultivator. But that is all we have right now as far as equipment goes. I would like to get a bigger cultivator for doing the contracts, but there's probably one we could afford, and I may look at that. Let's look at cultivators real quick. Cultivators, no, we probably could get a bigger one. That's a 5 meter. We really want to go bigger than that. Like, that's 8.4 meters. It's only 89.5, and we might get that. Or how big is this one? Well, that one's 7.5. You know, we might get one of those later on to do contracts with, and if we decide to do rice, we'll need a cultivator for that. But this was the one I could afford. It's not very big. It's bad doing these big fields with this one, but like I said, we probably will get a bigger cultivator at some point. But for us to have workers doing contracts, we need a second tractor, and we're nowhere near being able to afford a second tractor right now. So, because I won't buy small tractors, I'll only buy medium or bigger. Because I don't like having to check horsepower requirements for equipment and stuff like that. So I always try to get things that have at least 250 horsepower. I think this one can be upgraded to 309, or I may have already upgraded it to 309 when we bought it, because I wanted to have a decent sized tractor so I could do whatever I needed to do with it. We're just gonna skip a row and come back down. Well, I guess we're not. That works. But yeah, we are going to get bigger equipment and things like that in the future, but we're working with what we have. I mean, I could buy one of those cultivators now, but I'd be broke again, and I do want to buy a piece of land, and we're saving up for a cedar. I want to get the one that's about 110,000, because it's a little bit wider and holds a little bit more seed and fertilizer, um, and it won't take us as long to do those. But like I said, I am planning on buying that field that's 47,000. Right now it's got corn in it, and I can't harvest corn because I don't have a harvester. We can't borrow equipment, can't lease equipment, can't borrow money. So all this money you see has been made from doing contracts, And this field in normal economy would probably pay about 30 to 35,000, and it's only paying 15. So you can see the struggle there with the money. But we will, like I said, we're going to be getting more. I'm going to do as many contracts as I can until spring, because ideally I would love to be able to buy a harvester, a seeder, and a few fields. I'd like to get a lime spreader as well, so we could, make our yields better. We will not be rolling. It just, my only part of the game, the only thing I hate worse than rolling in this game is harvesting sugar cane, to be honest. Like, that's the only thing worse than rolling to me. I don't mind potatoes, I don't mind the root crops and things like that. It's just, rolling is, like, that and sugar beets are the two things that I really just hate doing in the game. I mean, not sugar beets, sugar cane. I hate doing those crops. I did showcase them in my first series. Before I started streaming, all I did was videos, and I have 3 different series that I did for a while, and then my recording software stopped working for Farming Simulator, and I wasn't able to record for a while. But now I can, so I decided to stream it instead, since I'm streaming now. But I do stream every day, different games every day. This Farming Simulator 25 and American Truck Simulator I stream 3 times a week. Most of the other games I stream once or twice a week. Lots of different games. Tomorrow I'll be starting a new game, co-op with Strict9, Strict09. If you haven't checked out his channel, please go to his channel and check him out. But we're going to be doing Planet Crafter as a co-op together. We did a Dinkum stream as co-op earlier, and we also do some convoys on the American Truck Simulator with our buddy Mad Dog. We have a VTC company there called Left Lane Logistics that we're trying to grow. And we do convoys together on those streams. But I try to bring as many games to the channel as possible, and there will be some games that we repeat because of updates and things like that, and other games that we will come back to once some of those games are finished. But lots of different simulation games. That's mostly what I play. I do play Stardew Valley and Dinkum. Those are the only 2 that technically aren't simulators, but kind of are, because they have farming and life stuff in them. But those are 2 other games that I play that some people wouldn't consider simulation, but I do, because they simulate farming and combat and life sim by building up relationships with people and stuff like that. But that's what we're playing currently. We also play a lot of shopkeep type games, City Supermarket Simulator, Teddy's Haven. TCG Card Shop Simulator, Storage Hunter Simulator, Plant Nursery Simulator, Storage Dealer Simulator, and then we do Blacksmith Master, Food Park Manager, Junkyard Builder, Supercar Collection Simulator, Grocery Store Tycoon, and there's a couple that are slipping my mind right now. But yeah, we have a lot of games. The games that I have videos of, I don't stream, and the games I stream, I don't make videos of, so I keep them separate. Because sometimes I have to move streams around, and I don't want recordings and streams to be off kilter. So I did make videos of all these games before I started streaming, except for Dinkum and Plant Nursery Simulator and Grocery Store Tycoon and Teddy's Haven, because they have come out since I started streaming. But that's how we're doing on the channel. So lots of different content. What's going on, Strict9? How's it going, buddy? I just got through mentioning you. But there he is, Strict9. Click on his name in chat and you can go to his channel. and give him a subscribe and watch some of his videos and streams. He's just recently started streaming, so yeah, feel free to go over to his channel and check him out. He's got a lot of good content, way more videos than I have, but I'm catching up. He's been doing it a lot longer than me. I've only been doing it for 9 months. He's been doing it close to 4 years, I think. So, but I am going to catch him because I'm able to, because he still has to work for a living. I'm disabled, so I'm home constantly, and instead of just playing games all day, I decided to start a channel, and then I started streaming. Now it's basically a full-time job for me, even though I'm not getting paid for it. So I'm doing this for you guys. If you guys enjoy it, that's what matters to me. If I make money off of it in the future, great. If I don't, I'm still going to do it because I have fun. Over 4 years? Okay. Well, I knew you started your channel over 4 years ago. I wasn't sure how long you've been making videos. I thought it was 3 years, but I could be wrong. I guess June started your 4th year, huh? Or did it start your 5th year? I don't remember. I know we both started our channel back when we were playing World of Warships. My volume is low? Is that better? Like, my microphone is pinging out of here. Okay. I turned it up a little bit. I might have to go back in and adjust that again. But anyway, guys, this field is taking a while, but we're getting close to being done with it. And then we'll see if let's go ahead and back down a little bit. See if we get any more contracts when we get done with this one. If not, we'll move on to the next month. This is one of the biggest fields on the map, so I knew it was going to take a while. That's why I picked it up last stream, but I didn't start it because I knew I wasn't going to be able to get very far. So I figured we'd just do this. I mean, it has taken 40 minutes to do this, and we ain't through yet. But we're 80%, so it won't take too much longer. And like I said, it is paying $15,000. So right now we do have 2 more fertilizing contracts and another plowing contract. So we'll definitely do the plowing. I don't know that I want to drive all the way down to 135 for that, or 134 for that one, but 92 is not too far from us. We might do that one. And this plowing contract, they won't either one take too long. So we might do those. If we don't have anything else, we'll move on to November and see what kind of products our buildings will spit out for us. Make us a little extra cash, and then if we break over 120,000, I'm going to buy a cedar. That's going to be about 110. If I type too fast, it times you out. I don't know. Didn't realize that. I've never had that issue. But like I said, me and Strick at around 10 in the morning, we'll be doing Planet Crafter. We're starting a new game. We're going to try to play through all the worlds on streams, and that may be a once here and there type thing, but because of his work schedule. But we're going to try to work it out to where we can stream it at least once a week. Um, but we'll be doing that together, and we also plan on doing some more Dinkum together, and possibly, we keep doing ATS together, and we're trying to find other games we might could do together as well. So we enjoy playing together. He's a real life friend. We've been friends for quite a few years now, actually. We met through gaming, so, and then met in real life, and we've hung out a few times. We like to hang out and go out to eat. That's basically what we do when we hang out. We like going to the China buffet or somewhere, Taco Bell we've been to a time or two. But yeah, he has a great channel. So please go over there and give him a subscribe. Help him. He's trying to get monetized through ads and stuff. He's still needing a couple of hundred subscribers for that. So please go and help him. Yeah, we've known each other about 10 years. Yeah, you're right. It's been a while. Because I know me and Corey have known each other for about 15 or 16 years. And we met through him. So. We used to play a lot of games together, survival games and stuff like that. And it's hard to get those coordinated with just a couple of people. But we might do some of that in the future too, once he can get a more stable streaming schedule going. We might try to do some 7 Days to Die or something like that. Like I said, we just have to do what we can when we can together with his work schedule. I have a pretty open schedule. I do have a schedule made for myself as far as streaming goes, but I can move things around so we can do stuff together. It's fun playing with other people. So our stream earlier today went kind of wonky. It took us about 2 hours to get our convoys set up on American Truck Simulator, so it was kind of a mess, but we did stream for about an hour and a half, I think. Did a few loads together. I think I think we did 2 loads together. But we do that every Monday. We do convoys together and for our company. And if y'all want to join that in American Truck Simulator, you can let me know in chat here or in a comment down below after the stream is over, and I'll try to get you the information you need to get with a person that can help you do that. Eventually I will learn how to do that, but I'm still learning about it myself. So no, it's a different field. The other one was over that way. It's one of the bigger fields in the game, though. This one here is yeah, 10.76 acres, and I think the other one was like 11 something. It looks the same. It's very big, but it's not the same one. But yeah, we've been doing this field since the stream started, and we're 48 minutes in, so. But I am going to eventually buy a bigger cultivator for these situations, for contracts. Because that's probably what I will have my worker doing contracts on is cultivation, because I don't mind the fertilizing and plowing. They don't take as long. Like, I can plow this field in half the time or less that it takes to cultivate this field. But I will get a bigger cultivator at some point. I'd rather spend my money on a harvester and a seeder and some land, and possibly a lime spreader. Like I said, we're not in a huge rush to get the money. I'm hoping that a seeder or the lime spreader or something like that will come up in the sale so I can buy it cheaper, but I don't want to buy the harvester. I want to buy it new so I don't have to repair it as often. But seeders and stuff like that, you don't lose production out of when they're damaged. So I don't see a need to where I can't buy those, but they have to come up in the sale for me to get them. So, but we have until March to buy that equipment. So like I said, until then, we're going to make as much money as we can off of doing contracts and our few little products coming out of our buildings. We're almost done with this one. Got a little bit further to go to hit 100%. And we're going to have to stand my plow up. It fell over when I disconnected from it. We are going to do that plowing contract for sure, because it's actually on the way back to the house from here. I just got to pick up our plow. We'll just do it from the front of the tractor. Any day now. Alright, I'm done with this. You know it's a big field when you have that much left and you're finished. Alright, let's go ahead and collect that money. And let's see. Yeah, this one plowing contract. Well, that plowing contract's near the house. If we do we'll go ahead and accept it. We'll do it. We can go up that way from here. See if I can get this turned back over, but I doubt I will. I'll probably have to pick it up. Yep. I think what I wanted to do. Alright, now set it down. Okay. Through the creek. It doesn't have any water in it. There are some really long fields through here though. Like this field we're in right now is long. Out next to it is long. All these through here are pretty long. I've done a few of them, and they're a lot bigger than they look because they're not very wide, but they go forever. And I think Strychnine is playing on FS 25's version of Elm Creek. He started that this week, so definitely go check that out if you're a Farming Sim fan. It's a good map. I actually thought about doing Elm Creek before I found this one, and I may May still do that later. So I really like that map, and I didn't get to play it on my channel because it was before I started doing my channel when I played on that map. So I may end up doing that one at some point too. But right now we're just doing this one. So let's go ahead and fold that out and put it down in the ground. Is the thing I love about this plow is it can be used on the front if you have another piece of equipment with you. I hear you. I don't even know how to play that game. I've watched a lot of it, but I haven't played it, so I'm going to be learning as we go. Alright, let's pick that up. Fold it up. Let's accept that contract. Alright, let's go back and refresh and see if anything new pops up. I really don't want to go down there for that one fertilizer. Yeah, I'm not going to go down there for one contract. So we're going to go back and drop this equipment off, and we're going to go ahead and go to the next month. Okay, we're going to start on Prime. Okay. Sounds good to me. Let's go in our little house here. Let's get us a little something to eat. Wash our hands. Get us some coffee. Go ahead and cook us up a little steak. Stand by the fire. Get a little warm. We're not going to change our clothes. Alright, let's go ahead and sleep till the next morning. It doesn't make a difference to me, however you want to do it. But I don't know. You said something about the moon's not having as many resources as you needed. So, I don't know. I guess, alright. Let's see what kind of pallets we got. Nothing here. Nothing here. Oh, we got a pallet. So we got some money. Looks like we got some spinach bags here. Why is this not selling? Oh, I guess I didn't have it in the trigger enough. Alright, let's see what kind of contracts this month is. Oh, lots of cultivation contracts. No plowing, so that's it. I guess we're going to be cultivating. Now, we might get some plowing contracts later on in the day. After some, well, there's not even any harvesting, so I doubt that this is probably all we're going to get. Now, I could do the deadwood contracts. We'll just have to drive to them. Because all I have to do is cut those trees down. Can't use the wood because I don't have anywhere to put wood, I don't think. Time for a bigger one. You think I ought to go ahead and get a bigger cultivator? I mean, I could. I got the money. Let's see. Let's see what's on the sale first. Yep. Stuff that I would love to have but can't afford. Really would love to have that tractor. Really would. Alright, so we'll get a bigger cultivator. Let's do that. We need a bigger one anyway for when we do. I think I'm gonna go with, oh, this one was the 9 meter. Yeah, we'll go with this one. It's not like we're gonna need the harvester until like August anyway, so we have time. This will make these contracts go much faster. So let's go to the store and pick that up. We're going to speed up time to 5. Maybe we'll get a few more contracts, but this will basically cut our time in half on these cultivation contracts. So the fog is real on this one though, Stream. You remember Hutan Pentai, how it was? Yeah, this one's like that until about 10 or 11 in the morning. And I'm not even going to bother selling that other cultivator because it ain't worth it. It was $9,500 brand new, so We'll just come down here and get. Did I pass the store? Didn't I? No. This is a store down here. Alright, so he talked me into buying a new cultivator. We do have to get the cedar by spring. And the land, but we got time enough, I think, to make it. And if not, we're just going to be out of luck. We'll have to... Alright, let's see where we're going here. 127. It's going to be down this way, so... So 127, 70, 85, and 18. Alright, so 85 is there, 70 is there, and 18 is over here. So I think we'll do 127 and then go up to 18 and then come back down. Probably should have filled up with fuel, but I think we're going to make it. The small one's only worth like $4,000. It's not even worth selling. I'll keep it for using on smaller fields for rice paddies and stuff like that. So I can use this one for the big stuff. Yeah, it's not even worth selling. I would have to fix it, and I'm not going to make that much more. Alright, so 127 is... some nice field shapes and stuff on this map, though. I really do like it. Alright, so this one is 127, I think. Or is it this one? Let's see. It's so hard to tell because these fields... Oh, no, it is. Oh, wow, we're plowing over... Or cultivating over corn. Looks like. Alright, let's go ahead and unfold. I'm going to plow over crops too much. Lines back so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, like I said, if I sold the small one, hold on. Vehicles, the cultivator. It's only worth $5 grand. I'm not gonna make that much difference. I'll keep it around until I know I'm not gonna need it, because it might be useful to have, you know, if I have a rice field, I could have this one doing contracts and use that one to have somebody cultivate the rice field. So I'll hang on to it for now. This is so much better, I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad you talked me into it. I was gonna wait, but it makes sense. I don't know how many contracts we're actually gonna get in this month, so this may be all we get, actually. that's the field we just got through with. It would have been nice to have this one before that one, but we didn't have the money to buy it until we did that one, so. Yep. Yeah, it'd have been about 15 passes with that little one, probably. Let's see. Actually, 85. It would be closer. Yeah, we'll do 85, then 70, then we'll go back and get 18. Because we're going to need to go refuel anyway. That 70 is closer to the house. So we'll do it that way. Almost 3 times, yeah. The other one's like 3.7, this one's 9, so it's almost. Definitely making quicker work of it for sure. Go head over to field 85. Or it was 80, 85, yeah. Finna go off-roading. I'm glad the trees aren't really dense here, because it would make it murder having to go around them all. Is it that one or that one? Okay, so to the second of the mirror fields. Not this one with the pointy one. Not that one. But this one. There we go. Cruise control ain't working. What were you saying? What is all the red dots on the map? I believe those are. Let me get down here and stop, so I don't start trying to cultivate some other field. I believe they are drop-off points. Like I know the one up by my farm is the train, and I think the other one is like a grain mill or something. There's a few different sell points here on the map, but I think that's what those are, sell points. Because I have one on. Well, I don't know. Mine's not showing up on the farm. All right, let's get started in here. So yeah, that's a debris crusher, dairy. Yeah, so those are places you can sell stuff. Because I know this is the train, and this is the supermarket. So yeah, those are sell points. yellow ones are places you can buy stuff from, I think. Like, yeah, this is, well, these are people you can talk to for the missions or whatever. That's the store. More people. There's lots of people on this one. And there's another warehouse over here that you can buy stuff from. Yeah, it's a factory of some sort. They're all places you can deliver goods to, I guess. But yeah, I think with that other one, this one would have taken about 3 times as long. I think you're right. It is almost. I mean, it's almost 3 times bigger. It's definitely cutting down the time because we've done 2 fields in the amount of time that took us to do one, like half of that other one. Not even half, a third. It took almost an hour to do that one. So it's definitely going to help time. And who knows? We may be moving on to December here pretty soon, or January pretty soon, because I don't know if we'll get any more contracts. I may have bitten myself in the butt and not be able to get the land in the cedar by spring. I mean, I can always turn around and sell it, buy it later if I need to. Alright, so we gotta go do 70 now, which is on the other side of 58. It looks like 580 because the 8 and the 7 are over the top of each other. That is the edge of the map. Those fields off the map throw me off. Like, I'm glad he did that because it makes the map look really good, but they throw me off so bad. Yeah, I can't take out loans though. It's one of the rules of the playthrough. Can't take out loans. Can't take out loans. Makes it a little too easy for me. We'll figure it out. I mean, we will have contracts we can do in the spring. So, like if we have to do a few contracts to get us a seeder and land, we can do that. Hopefully we'll have a few contracts in January and February, but I don't expect to have many. And we'll fast forward time to about noon and see if anything else pops up. There's still some fields here that could be cultivated. Just don't know if they'll pop up on the contracts or not. Well, the ATS bank doesn't help me here, buddy. I'll be alright. I'll figure it out. I mean, like I said, I may have to sell this cultivator to buy the field and the seeder with, but I'm hoping that on the refresh, we can refresh contracts about 12 and a few more will pop up, but that's a hope. Have no clue. No, it's not your fault. No, it's not your fault I'm broke. I was thinking about doing it anyway. You just talked me into it. Because cultivating those fields is taking a long time. I mean, we're going to have 4 fields cultivated in less time than it took us to do that one field. So, yeah, I'm not mad about it. And I may, like I said, we may get more contracts. Who knows what'll pop up in the contract thing when we refresh it. It's very possible we get some more. Like I said, there's still quite a few fields that need cultivating. And I'm sure some of them probably need fertilized too. No, I ain't shifting no blame. I said I might have shot myself in the foot. I didn't say shoot you in the foot. It's all good. It'll work out in the end. Yeah, I still got January and February. I might can get a few other contracts, and we may get more in this one. I just have to refresh them. I'm gonna let time go up till about 12 o'clock when we get done with these contracts. I'm gonna go fill up with diesel first, and then go do 18, and then see where we're at, see if there's any more that have popped up when we get done with all these. This one has a much better turn radius on it too. Turn in a lot tighter spot. Let's go ahead and fold that up. Let's go fill up diesel at the house, and then we'll go do 18. Yeah. And if if worse comes to worse, I'll buy the cheap cedar, the small one, smaller one. Both of them are small. The other one's twice the price for only another meter and a half. But and who knows, a good one may come up in sale too. So like I said, there's still a bunch of fields that need cultivating. Like this one right here by the house. Well, that one needs weeded. This cornfield that just got harvested, it needs cultivating too. But I just don't know if we'll get them or not. All right, let's get us some old diesel fuel. Be 18. Like I said, I can't plant until March anyway, and the only thing I can plant, I think, is going to be oats. Well, I could plant grass, but I don't have mowers, so yeah, oats and poplar, olives. grapes, cotton, spinach, sugar beets, sugar cane, sunflowers. And I mean, we planted none of that. So whatever we do get is going to be planted in oats. So and I'll probably have to sell them because I don't think our production building uses oats. It might. I don't know. I'll have to check and see. I can tell you one thing about ATS. It has helped me in this game so much on backing things up. go ahead and accept these contracts. Alright, we got another one at field 40, which is right over from us. So, oh, and look at all the plowing contracts. Oh yeah, we're gonna make some money. Yeah, we got 4 plowing contracts to do, so we're in business. I'm gonna set a worker on this one so I can go run to the restroom. I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Strict, I don't know. I had that problem the other day, and I just deleted some friends that didn't play on Steam anymore, and I was able to add somebody else. Yeah, I don't know. He probably friends everybody he plays with, and just has too many friends. I don't. I didn't know that was an issue, honestly. But I did remove some of the ones that don't play anymore, like that hadn't played in 4 or 5 years on Steam. So yeah, I don't. I He must just have a lot of friends because I've never had that pop up. I have 17. How many do you have? Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's not a problem I've heard of before him. So, but I was able to get him as a friend. I don't know if he deleted a friend or what, but I did remove a few of my friends that hadn't played on Steam in several years. Some of the ones I had added from when we played World of Warships. Yeah, she's sleeping good right now. There is a fence there. Yep. Well, no. I might be able to get... No, I can't. There's barriers over there. Alright, I'll have to turn around. Go this way. Yep. Let's go get our plow and we'll accept those plowing contracts. We'll do those. It's going to get us back up almost halfway, if not over halfway where we were. So, wasn't a bad idea buying this. I just wasn't sure if I'd get more contracts or not, so let's drop that off. Let's grab our plow. Alright. Go into contracts. And there's another cultivating contract just popped up. So yeah, but we're going to do the plowing contracts first. Alright, so actually, that is right there by that cultivating contract, isn't it? Well, we'll worry about it later. This one will be right here, so this is the field we're planning on buying. And it's going to help us purchase it. This one's right below my farm. Like, it's the cheapest one. It's 47,000. 146 is a lot more. It's like 70. I mean, I'm planning on getting all these fields right here by me, but this is probably going to be the first one. At least I'll have something to start with. I mean, if I have enough money, I'm not worried about buying them yet. We got to get to spring before I can even think about planting, so I may buy both of them if I can. So what? I mean, I'm not going to purchase anything until probably February, so I can get it ready to plant. You're the bank, yeah, but the bank can't give me money, so I mean, I do want that one, but I want this one too. Come see. Okay. Um, I'll see if I can make my way over to Elm Creek. I will be purchasing this field and that field. Like, I'm going to purchase all these ones at the top. Like, all the way down to where 6160 are. I'm going to purchase all those fields at some point. And then probably 34, 32, 33, and 35 as well. Maybe 145. That's my plan anyway. Alright. Next one is C29, 77, and 86. So 29 is the closest one to our house. So we'll do it last. We'll go do 77. And 86, and then we'll come back to 29. And we'll probably stop there. I may not get all of them done because I'm stopping in 15 minutes. Whatever field we're on in 15 minutes, that's the one I'm going to finish, and that'll be it. I'd like to get them all done. I don't know if that's going to be possible. almost done with this one. Then 86. Okay. Get all of them done. this is going to be the last field we do. Going to work out perfect on time. As soon as we get done with this one, we're going to end the stream. But see where we at money wise. Actually, I don't think it hurt us too bad buying that cultivator, because we still do have another cultivating contract we can do, and possibly some more that may pop up. So plowing and cultivating, we'll progress time a little bit, see if we can't get a few more contracts, but we are almost done for today. Let's just get this one done and collect our money and see where we're at. Really not a bad day. I mean, we did get a bigger cultivator, which makes those contracts a lot faster. So cultivating contract right above us there, 27. We will probably get that one if it's still available, but we won't do it until next stream, which will be Monday night. Let's head back to the house. Let's go ahead and collect our money. Alright, so that puts us up to 46,000. If we do this other cultivating contract, which I am going to go ahead and accept. Oh wow, more. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a lot of contracts to do next time. So yeah, we're still making money in December, which I was not expecting. Possibly some more, but that's another 16,000 there that we'll get from those. So that'll put us up to 62,000-ish. After we do all these contracts. But I'm going to get back to the farm, get hooked up to the cultivator for next time. But guys, I do appreciate you being with me here today. This is Xerox. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell. And also don't forget to leave comments down below. All that stuff for you is free and helps me and the channel grow, and I do appreciate all the support you've given me so far. You guys rock. I love you guys. I hope y'all have a blessed day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.